and welcome again to Learning Mini Bridge, Lesson 6, Planning Your Play. As declarer, you have the most points, and dummy has been put down. So you decide which suit is trumps, always looking for the magic 8, or if not, to decide to play in no trumps. Then you estimate how many tricks that you might make, and declare whether you're going to play in game or part game. The next thing you do is make a plan, and you may take quite a lot of time in order to do this. And the method that we use for planning is called SWOT. SWOT is an acronym. The S is for strengths, the W for weaknesses, the O for opportunities, and the T of threats. Strengths are your guaranteed top tricks. Those are the ones that you make without having to do any work in trying to set them up. So an ace would be a guaranteed top trick, or an ace and a king. Those are two guaranteed top tricks. Weaknesses are when you don't have enough top tricks to make your contract. Opportunities are your chances where you may make more tricks. And we'll look at threats later. So remember, SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. One of the threats that we will look at is blocking, and that's the next lesson. Let's look at how you might make a plan. You count your guaranteed winners or top winners. Those are your strengths. Then you look to see whether you can make your contract immediately, and usually you can't. And the number of tricks that you are short are your weaknesses. Where are the opportunities going to come from? Well, those are your opportunities, and they're usually long suits. Looking at their guaranteed top tricks. Here's a hand, east and west. Let's count the top tricks. In spades, we have the ace and the king. Those we make without us having to do any work, so we have 2 in spades. When we look at hearts, we have none, and in diamonds we only have the ace, we don't have the king, and in clubs we have the ace and the king. 2 top winners, guaranteed tricks in clubs. So where are the opportunities to make more? Well, we have a very, very long suit in clubs, and clearly if we can get rid of the queen, we can make a lot more tricks. So that is a suit of opportunity. Long suits are always suits of opportunity, and we call them work suits. Let's work through an example. The example is using a contract of a part score in no trumps. We'll begin the planning process. We start by looking at our strengths. Those are our guaranteed top tricks. When we look in spades, we have 3. We can make the ace and the king and the queen. The jack in 10 will fall under our ace and king, so we only have 3 top tricks. And here's a little tip. You cannot have more top tricks than cards you have in the suit. Now we'll look at the hearts. In the hearts we have the ace and the king, so we have 2 top tricks. And in diamonds, well, we don't have any. We have neither the ace nor the king. So we look in clubs, and again we have none. So we can make 5 tricks. Now at the minimum of number of tricks for a part score in no trumps is 7. So our weakness is that we are too short. Now we look for a suit of opportunity, and we have a long suit in diamonds. Any suit where you and dummy have more than 7 cards is a suit of opportunity. So we have a long suit in diamonds as an opportunity. And we could get an extra trick in hearts. If we play it and drive out the queen, we will make an extra trick. So that will give us our contract. And the threats are always not keeping control of the suits. You must keep your winning cards whilst you try to set up your long suit. So here we must lose our losers early. So let's look as if the lead was the 3 of hearts from south. What does a lead of the 3 mean? Well, it's very low. So we think that it's 4th from an honour. We can immediately place where the queen is. So we play low and we take in declarer's hand. Then we now play the diamonds and we go get rid of the ace and the king and the jack, and it means that our 10, our 8 will probably make. So another example, looking at all of the cards. The contract is a part score in no trumps by East. So there's declarer's hand. When the lead is made, we can see dummy. So we start immediately. Now I know this isn't easy, so we'll do this one together, and you may want to watch this video several times in order to try and learn as much as you can. So the contract is a game in no trumps by East, and we can see declarer and dummy already. So there's South's hand, and they're going to lead from here. So what do you think they might lead? Well, if you remember back to the lesson, they should lead top from a sequence of honours, and they have a lovely sequence of honours, Jack 10, 9, 7, 8, 7. So the Jack would be a very good lead. They lead the Jack. Here's our plan. We look at our strengths. In spades, how many do we have? We have the ace and the king, the queen and the jack. We can make 4 tricks in spades. We look at the hearts. We can make the ace and the king 2. When we look in diamonds, we have the ace, king, queen, jack. We can make 4 tricks in diamonds. And in clubs, we can make 1. A total of 11 tricks. We don't have a problem in making our contract. There is no weakness. So we don't need to look for a suit of opportunity. Is there a threat? Well, we must keep entries in West's hand in order to make the queen and jack of spades. If we take cards in the wrong sequence or throw the ace of clubs early, we won't be able to get back into West's hand. We must plan our play very carefully. Because planning is such an important part of play, we'll look at it just once again. Here's a contract. We're trying to make 8 tricks in no trumps by East. There's South's hand. What should South lead? Well, top of the sequence, the jack of spades. Here's our plan. We look at our strengths. In spades, we can make 3 tricks. In hearts, we can't make any top winners. And in diamonds, we have 2. And in clubs, we have 2. A total of 7. So we want to make 8 tricks, so we're 1 trick short. So weakness, we are minus 1 trick. Our opportunity? Well, if we drive out the ace and king in hearts, we'll establish another trick. So our threat, if we take all of our winners immediately, we will lose control. So we must try and lose our losers early to the ace and king and hearts, whilst you can still regain control. So to recap, you must be a SWAT. You must count your top winners. You must look for opportunities and look for threats. If the opposition's cards are held very unevenly in any single suit, that will always be a threat, and we will look later at how we might be able to evaluate that. And you must lose your losers early and keep control of suit.